Aztec sports fans, and welcome to our very last DA Preplay brought to you by the Daily Aztec staff. I'm Tristy.
I'm Justin, and tonight we have a very familiar face that you've seen many times.
Our who might as well be a host.
Right? Kyle Betts.
Kyle, how's it going, Kyle?
Great, thanks for having me.
Awesome.
Well, this is our last Preplay, but we do have lots of exciting news for you.
Yeah, this past weekend, as many of you guys know, was the NFL draft. I know it's spring sports and everything, but you know, some Aztecs got picked up, so we might as well allow them to get honored.
Of course.
Rashad Penny, as many of you guys might know, went in the first round, 27th overall to the Seattle Seahawks, which is a great feat, great for the Aztec community. And then along with that, fullback Nick Bowden went to the Detroit Lions. And so that was great. He went in the 7th round. And then just after the draft ended, a couple more Aztecs were able to get picked up via free agent contracts. Michael Holder went to the Washington Redskins. Trey Lomax went to the Los Angeles Rams. David Wells went to the Cowboys, along with Cameron Kelly. They both went to the Cowboys.
Wow.
So congratulations to those guys.
Congratulations.
And I know you guys are going to tear it up in the fall.
Well, it's truly amazing to hear, and I know the whole Aztec community is super proud of them and looking forward to see the success that they're going to bring on the big screens. Speaking of exciting news, softball won their very first home series of the season against Colorado State University. Friday night they did lose 3-0, but they kept their heads held high. Saturday, junior catcher and third baseman Molly Sturdivant hit a grand slam, putting the Aztecs in a 6-2 victory over Colorado State. And SDSU has had 2 grand slams all season, and Sturdivant has hit both of them. So
wow.
She's a super powerful hitter.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then moving along to Sunday, it was a 10-inning game, super long. Colorado State fans did show up. They showed out. You know, there was just as many Colorado State fans as Aztec fans. So you can just imagine the intensity of the crowd. So it was a long 10-inning game. It was 2-2 for the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. And then in the 10th inning, sophomore shortstop Shelby Thompson hit a walk-off home run to end the game 3-2 and lead the Aztecs to victory.
What's crazy is I was actually at the baseball game and I heard the crowd erupt.
Yes,
and I knew the Aztecs
crazy.
won at that moment.
For a moment, it was hard for me to be a reporter, and I just wanted to be a fan and enjoy the game. And I was like wanting to scream and yell, but it was so crazy. And I do think what led to a lot of their success was that the contribution from everybody. The defense did their thing. You know, they made a lot of stops. They played aggressively. The hits were good. And the pitching staff was super successful all weekend. Senior pitcher Alex Formby was caught up in a lot of tough moments, but she survived the innings. And I spoke with head coach Kathy Van Wyck. She said when Formby's on the mound, you know, she has no worries. She's completely confident in her. And Alex said that it's nice and reassuring to know that the coach has that confidence in her. So that's nice and super good to finally hear some good news from the softball team.
Absolutely. That's great to hear that they took another home series in front of the fans. Kyle, I know women's lacrosse had some great news. How did the women's lacrosse team do this weekend?
They had a great weekend. They started on April 27th against Fresno State in the semifinal of the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation Championships. They ended up winning that game 16-6. It was a very big game for them. They came through, really performed well. It was a great game. 2 days later, they played in the championship game actually against UC Davis, who were the 1 seed. And it was a really exciting game. The Aztecs were up 8-5 at halftime, but they ended up blowing that lead. It was 9-8 Davis at one point. And to add insult to injury, Katie Sherritts went down with an ankle injury, starting goalkeeper. She went down with that ankle injury. But then Amanda Stapp came in the game. She did a really great job filling in for Sherritts. She had a big save with 11 seconds left to keep the game level at 10. And that forced the game into overtime. And in the overtime period, sophomore midfielder Morgan Taylor was clutch. She scored the game-winning golden goal, which gave the Aztecs their first ever MPSF title. It was really great sight to see.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I know we were just talking about it a few weeks ago, how they didn't have a championship, and then all of a sudden they win their first this year. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great to see. I mean, such a great game. Taylor ended up with 4 goals, and she won the MVP of the entire tournament there. So it was really great to see. her come through.
That's awesome. Were you able to talk to any of the players after the game at all?
Yeah, I talked to Taylor. She said that the MVP award and the title itself really meant everything to her, and that it's a really big step for the Aztecs as they move forward in future years.
This week, Tristy and I had the opportunity to talk to some SDSU athletes about the impact that athletics has had on them. Stay tuned. What's up, Aztec fans? Today we're in the Fowler Athletic Center talking to some athletes about the impact that SDSU athletics has had on them at their time in San Diego.
San Diego State Athletics means an opportunity. It's given me the chance to chase my dreams and also chase my dreams in the classroom and better me for my life as an individual and as an athlete.
To me means working hard, having fun, being a student athlete. That's what it's really all about, and it's been a great experience.
I would have to say SDSU Athletics is more than just an athletic community. It's more of a family.
San Diego State Athletics means pretty much everything to me. They were my support system when I was going through cancer treatment. My best friends are on the baseball team.
SDSU Athletics means the world to me. I always say that if I wasn't playing lacrosse, I don't know where I would be right now.
It changed my life. I got the opportunity to come continue my sports career here at a Division I level, and without that, I don't know if I'd be able to fulfill all the management of school and graduating with the bachelor's degree. So without athletics or what the athletic programs have done for me, I don't know if I would be a college graduate.
It's taught me how to be able to take advice and apply it into new situations, and taking advice from my coaches and putting it into game situations. It's kind of stuff we'll have to do in life.
It's impacted me greatly. Through baseball, I've learned a lot of life lessons.
It actually has given me a lot of qualities, like being able to play with others and being able to be a team player. It's also taught me patience.
Being a cheerleader here has helped me meet so many people and just meet girls that I can truly get along with, do homework with, constantly around, and we genuinely love each other, so it's just super nice to have a family like that.
The way they pushed me physically and mentally has totally prepared me for the years to come in any area of my life.
Aztec for life means competitor, it means driven, means dedicated. It means having a common goal and working together as a team to produce and get this program and this university at the national respect that it deserves.
Aztec for Life means to me that this is our home. We're always welcome here.
Aztec for Life means just representing a school that we're genuinely proud to represent.
You're an Aztec literally for life, in the blood. You have put so many hours at this campus, and for a lot of us athletes, we stayed here in this Fowler Athletic Center so many hours, whether it's tutoring, whether it's getting work done in the training room, whether it's working out in the weight room. This place is in our life, and it's taken up a huge part of our life, a huge chapter. So that's something that we're going to remember for the rest of our lives.
I think that the alumni is the biggest part of the university. It's what strives athletes to want to be better, want to be greater, want to produce more, and it also gives us the needed support and the needed finances to continue to pursue not only championships, but pursue the dreams that we all focus and want to achieve.
Being an alumni, an Aztec alumni, I'll always want to be involved and hopefully help the future generation that are coming up to encourage them, motivate them, and hopefully be a part of their lives as well.
These are the people who pave the way for the future classes to come through San Diego State, and their involvement is key to the success of the university.
It's important for alumni to come back, not only for donating money to support the school, but also to show spirit and just create a big crowd around SDSU athletics and just the school in general.
graduating, finishing your sport, it's kind of hard to figure out, okay, what am I going to do next? So being able to come back and be involved in SDSU athletics or just the SDSU community, it's so important because you're able to kind of feel like you're still a part of something and figure out what else you're supposed to do next into your next chapter of life.
Shout out
To
The
Bailey,
Aztec
staff,
for
covering all
Aztec.
sports,
This
season,
follow.
Them.
at
D Aztec Sports.
It's given me a sense of I don't know. It's
Aztec for life means. Wait, hold on. I gotta think about that.
Coming from a program with 50 people, it's pretty difficult. Wait, hold on. Let me think about this.
Okay. It's not that
I
bad.
needed to collect my thoughts before. Yeah, you can edit this out, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's a wrap for us tonight. And for the rest of the school year, thank you guys for always tuning in. And shout out to Woodstocks for their, not just their amazing pizza, but their amazing hospitality all year. Tonight we have the Carnitas pizza, my personal favorite.
Oh yeah. Had to grab it after the last show.
So good.
It's amazing. And don't forget to follow all of our social media platforms at D Aztec Sports. This is not the end for us. We will be continuing on next year. And then we're just going to keep going at it. For football, spring sports, fall sports, everything.
Speaking of endings, Justin is graduating.
I am.
And we have a little surprise for him, a graduation gift, if you will.
Jeez. Oh my goodness.
Let's try not to burn the place.
Thank you guys so much.
He has been an amazing co-host and does a lot to make this all happen. So shout out to Justin. Thank you for all your hard
Thank you.
work.
I couldn't do it without you guys. Kyle, you've always been so reliable. Tristy, you've done just as much as I have. Thank you guys so
Make
much.
a graduation wish.
yeah, congratulations.
Please get a job. Please get a job.
You weren't supposed to say it out loud, then it's not going to come true.
Have a good time, guys.
Good night.